Doug McCain here for the LA Sports Report. You can follow me at DMAC_LA. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and most importantly, give me all your takes right down below in the comment section. I want all your takes on today's topic right down below in the comment section. And for all the latest Lakers news and rumors, head over to the LASportsReport.com. Now, I know it feels like the Purple and Gold just won their 17th NBA championship and that the champagne isn't even dry from that celebration down there in Orlando, but the NBA season is fast approaching, a December 22nd start date, and you know we can't start another NBA season unless we have some off-season madness. That is what the association is best at. The NBA, the National Bonkers Association, and I think we're going to get that once again. And a lot of big names are being discussed in big trades, and one of them is Russell Westbrook, the former MVP, the first player to average a triple-double since Oscar Robertson, did it 3 times. Now, I understand Russell Westbrook is one of the most polarizing players in the NBA, but last year, alongside James Harden, he had one of the best seasons in his career. He averaged 27 points a game, 7 assists, almost 8 rebounds, but a career-high 47% from the field. So the most efficient that we've ever seen Russell Westbrook was last year with the Houston Rockets. He just turned 32 years old today. By the way, nice try by the Houston Rockets to tweet out a little picture of Russell Westbrook on a birthday cake. That is not going to go very well. That's like giving your girlfriend a box of chocolates when she gets mad at you. No, she's still mad at you, okay? You better come with some flowers and a ring. And that is what Russell Westbrook wants. He wants to win a ring, and he knows he can't do that down there in Houston. The Athletic reported that it's been a mess down there in Houston. Trevor Ariza had issues, thought he was owed an apology that he never got. You saw the rift between Chris Paul and James Harden. PJ Tucker is mad that he doesn't have a contract extension. It is a mess down there, and he knows that he's not going to win a ring in Houston. It's going to be suffering. So for Russell Westbrook to want out of Houston, he wants to go to a place where he can compete for a championship. He can't do that with the Charlotte Hornets. He can't do that with the New York Knicks or the Orlando Magic. The only 2 teams that can offer him a championship possibility is his 2 hometown teams, and that's the LA Clippers, and that's also the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, here's Shams Charania talking about Russell Westbrook and his trade demands.
Russell Westbrook has asked out of Houston, and sources tell me the Hornets have emerged as a potential suitor for Westbrook. There have been a couple other teams that have been mentioned as a possibility for the one-time league MVP, but in Charlotte, there are movable veteran contracts, as well as the Jordan Brand connection for Westbrook. So far in talks, the Rockets have been protective of both James Harden and Russell Westbrook, but there is plenty of time.
So yeah, no pun intended, but all the buzz today was Russell Westbrook going to Charlotte, going to play for the Hornets, but I don't actually think that's a realistic move. I think that's Michael Jordan, who of course is Michael Jordan, Jumpman, Jordan Brand. Russell Westbrook, the top earning endorser of Jumpman, the face of Jordan Brand. I think that was Michael Jordan getting his guy out there, help him get a little leverage, and showing other teams that, hey, people want Russell Westbrook. And I think that the Los Angeles Lakers, waiting in the wings, knowing that they need a 3rd star. Look, the Lakers will not win the championship next year. We won't see an 18th Larry O'Brien if they run this same team back. Next year is an entirely different season. You have the Warriors. They've rested over 200 days. Clay, Steph, Draymond, they still could flip Andrew Wiggins for a potential piece. Then in the East, you have Kevin Durant coming back with Kyrie Irving. In the West, Luka Doncic, another year. You got the Nuggets on the rise. You got the Pelicans potentially there in the 8th seed. There's a lot of talent next year, a lot of competition in the Western Conference. And I'm telling you, the Lakers will not have the luxury of facing a team like the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, the Heat culture, all that grit they showed, the Miami Heat will not make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and pass that this time. They're going to face much different competition this time around, and we have not mentioned the Los Angeles Clippers. And the Clippers have reportedly been interested in Russell Westbrook as well. So the Clippers, if they're able to land Russell Westbrook, Paul George finished 3rd in the MVP voting when he was playing alongside the Brody, and he played his best basketball playing with Russell Westbrook. You have Kawhi Leonard. They're a team that could also benefit from Russell Westbrook's services. But let's talk about the Lakers first. So the Los Angeles Lakers, I would like to see them offer a trade that looks a little like this. The Lakers, they acquire Russell Westbrook and the $132 million remaining on his contract for 3 years. And the Rockets, they get Danny Green. They sign and trade KCP. Then you throw in JaVale McGee and Quinn Cook. If you look at that trade from the Rockets' perspective, you're probably thinking, where's that star in return? No, what they are providing is salary relief. You're going to have a big chunk of Westbrook's contract off the books, and they're in for a whole entire rebuild. It's going to be the Rockets' rebuild down there in Houston, and Danny Green, he's a player, if he plays his best, is someone that complements a player like a James Harden, and they needed some center help with JaVale McGee. Quinn Cook, he can do some things off the bench, but what you're really getting in that is that salary relief, and I think that if you want to make a move and include some of that salary relief, but also include Kyle Kuzma, that's something I'm for. Now, why would Russell Westbrook help the Los Angeles Lakers? Well, let's take a look. Last year, the Lakers, they were the worst team in the NBA. They were the worst team in the National Basketball Association at drives to the rim, averaging 36.6 drive to the rim per game over the entire 2019-2020 season. And Russell Westbrook, he led the NBA in drives to the rim at 20.8 drive to the rim per game. If you took all of Westbrook's drives to the rim, that would be over half of the Lakers last season. So now if Russell Westbrook's massive contract scares you a little bit, I understand. He's got 3 years left on his deal, still owed $132 million. In the last year of his deal, he's set to make $47 million. But in the last year, he's still only going to be 33 years old. Look what the Lakers are paying LeBron James right now, and look how those contracts align. They're set to expire very closely to each other, and then all you'll have on the books is Anthony Davis. So they have to pay Anthony Davis. He's going to get big money, but other than that, they'll have the cap space to lure in another free agent, and I think the Lakers, they're an attractive A1 free agent destination once again. They weren't that 5 years ago when they couldn't sign players like LaMarcus Aldridge, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, but things have changed with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka at the helm. So I trust the Lakers and their ability to lure free agents down the line, and I think if you're the Lakers, you look at this as saying Russell Westbrook knows how to be a playmaker. You saw last year LeBron James led the league in assists. First time in his career that he did that. But with him off the floor, the Lakers' offense became very stagnant, not very much playmaking. So with LeBron James, you know they're going to take it slow to start the year. With such a quick turnaround, having Russell Westbrook early on next year gives them a dynamic playmaker, also gives him a nice pick-and-roll combination with Anthony Davis. When Russell Westbrook was playing alongside Steven Adams, they had some of the best rim run action in the league when it comes to points at the rim. So to me, I think it's a move the Lakers should strongly consider. And yes, if you're LeBron James and you're the Los Angeles Lakers, the LeBron James era has been a success. You won an NBA championship. His jersey will be in the rafters. He's not going to go down as a Lakers superstar that didn't win a championship, but you're playing with house money at this point. It's like Kylo Ren in Star Wars. More. You want more NBA titles, and to do that, you need a third star. Russell Westbrook is that star. It's not easy to get a top 10, 15, 20 player in this league, and through this trade, you can bring Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. You also keep him away from the Los Angeles Clippers, and I think you put yourself in a position to win another NBA championship. But let me know down below in the comments. Would you like to see Russell Westbrook on the Los Angeles Lakers? Let me know down below in the comments. And for all the latest Lakers news and rumors, head over to the LASportsReport.com.